We found another woke liberal influencer that tells us all the bad things Trump's gonna do when he gets reelected.
Wonder what Trump will actually do if he gets back into office?
Save America.
You don't have to speculate because he calls his plan Agenda 47.
Why is there a Spider-Man thinking?
And spoiler alert, it's scary as shit. Here's some of the worst ideas we're in store for if he wins in November. 1. Attacking immigration. Trump's anti-immigration policies will...
Whoa, okay. Trump is not anti-immigration. He's anti-illegal immigration. Let's make that clear.
Be even worse the second time around. He's promised to end birthright citizenship, enlist an army to round up and deport millions of undocumented immigrants, and deploy thousands of U.S.
undocumented immigrants, illegal aliens,
troops to the southern border. 2. Criminalizing LGBTQIA plus Americans.
LGBTQIA plus? There's like a new syllable or a new letter every single time I see it.
Trump says he'll ban gender-affirming care for trans kids.
Oh, okay. Children who haven't even hit puberty yet can't have irreversible transition surgery.
And prevent schools from helping kids through their transition. He wants to forbid schools from even teaching.
Yeah, so you can't have psychologists asking, do you think you'd be happier as the other gender, and indoctrinating them to think they need to have that kind of surgery and those kinds of medications given to them?
Anything about sex and gender that diverges from the far right's idea of the nuclear family.
The nuclear family is not a far-right ideology. Are you kidding me? A mother and a father raising their children, that is not far-right. That is just right.
3. Overhauling education. Agenda 47 includes huge changes to the education system. He wants to give huge benefits for homeschooling to indoctrinate kids with Christian national... Okay, but this is homeschooling, right? If you want to teach Christianity to your kids at home, awesome. Indoctrination is where you have these liberal teachers who are teaching critical race theory, gender-affirming care, trying to tell young children that they shouldn't be comfortable with the gender they were assigned at birth, not to be comfortable in their bodies. Incentivize teachers to carry guns in their classrooms.
My wife is a school teacher, and this is her concealed carry because she doesn't feel safe in the classroom anymore. I was a teacher for a few years, and yeah, not every teacher is going to be comfortable carrying a firearm, even with training. So I think the best alternative would be to have a resource officer posted at every school. But if a teacher wants to carry, it is their constitutional right to do so.
Further crack down on affirmative action and destroy crucial DEI departments at colleges and universities.
What the hell is DEI? Diversity, equality, and inclusion programs. Oh. You know those Jim Crow laws that separated people based on their skin color? I have a hard time differentiating affirmative action between that. Basing something on someone's color rather than their character seems like a step back in time.
4. Restoring racist crime policies. Criminal legal system reform will be off the table if Trump becomes president. He promised to bring back racist policies like stop and frisk and other ineffective and discriminatory tough-on-crime tactics that have failed in the past.
Lady, you also forget that Trump pardoned a ton of inmates with drug-related offenses. He created a program that allows them to get back out into the world. And it's not discriminatory if 14% of the U.S. population is black, yet they commit 60% of all crime.
He also wants to increase protections for power-abusing police while rolling back hard-fought-for reforms and institute the death penalty for low-level crimes like drug dealing.
Okay, I had some comments about this in the last video. Should there be more immunity, stronger immunity for police officers? Yes. Innocent until proven guilty. I think the lawyer fees, legal fees should be paid for. There should be a process that allows them to be protected until proven guilty. There are bad players in police, in politics, everywhere you're going to have bad players, and they should be held accountable.
5. Weaponizing the government. The scariest part might be Trump's threat to more or less dismantle the federal government.
Hallelujah! Does that mean taxes are going to go down?
If he gets back in office, he's going to purge anyone who could possibly stand up to him and replace them with MAGA loyalists.
You know, liberals like to use these words like purge. He's going to purge. No. Wouldn't you surround yourself with people with the similar ideologies to support your cabinet?
He's going to prosecute his political enemies using traditionally independent orgs like the DOJ as his own personal weapon and give himself unprecedented power over agencies like the FCC and FTC.
Yeah, he can't do that. There's a thing called checks and balances, right? The president of the United States is just one of the branches. He's not the overlord. He's not the Vladimir Putin. He's not the Kim Jong-un, right? He is put into this position where he does not have ultimate power. Yes, he's powerful, but he's not the supreme ruler of the world.
These are just the things he wants you to know about. Trump has plenty of regular crazy.
I also know something else about Donald Trump. He likes to eat lunch meat out of the refrigerator. Oh, mind blown.
Stuff in Agenda 47 too, like how he wants to found new freedom cities across the country and somehow give Americans access to flying cars.
Okay, also a lot of comments last video about this. I know. Okay. Helicopters, technically flying cars.
Why there'll never be flying cars? We already have flying cars. They're called helicopters. They have to create a downward thrust of air equal to its own weight. If you're gonna have a flying car, that's what it's gonna have to do. They're noisy. They completely disrupt the terrain wherever they fly. So the issue is not that you want a flying car, you want to travel in that third dimension. We already do that. They're called tunnels. They're called bridges. When you have a huge intersection, you don't move people through one another. You build one road over the other. You build one road under the other. You are exploiting three dimensions so that traffic can go in perpendicular directions simultaneously. That's what the flying cars would have given you. But we do that at intersections. New York City has done this. You're in the streets, there's too many cars, you can't move. Let's move in the third dimension. Let's build a subway.
This sounds like a guy who's trying to sell me something
I'm telling
that's
you.
better than a flying car. This is what it sounds like.
Thank you, Neil deGrasse Tyson. The whole point in this is to inspire more technology, right? It's a race to be more technologically advanced. And I talked last time about how NASA developed all these new inventions on their path to try to get to the moon. Whether or not we actually landed on the moon, that's not really the point. The point I was trying to make is in the race to space, we came up with a lot of great technology that we use today.
The whole thing is weird as hell, like everything Trump does, but there's nothing funny about Agenda 47 or the possibility that he might be president again.
Okay, let's look at some of the comments. Thanks for the amazing campaign ad. Agenda 47 is amazing. I'm all for Agenda 47. Can I vote for him now or do I have to wait until November? Don't threaten me with a good time. As a Mexican, it's time to deport those illegal aliens. What do you think of Agenda 47? Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to Conservative Vibes, and I'll see you next time. So if you want to support the channel, I have some items in the conservativevibes.com shop. Some t-shirts, some mugs, some yard signs. Feel free to pick anything out. No obligation. I appreciate the view. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you next time.